And welcome to the second episode of Upcasters. We've got a little bit of a camera issue with one of our players, so they're here just mic only. But before we get started, just because it's the second episode, I'll get everyone to introduce who they're playing again and themselves, starting with Mr. Toby.
Yes, hello, I'm Toby. I am playing the pirate paladin Jack Rackham, and I'll be the strong arm cool dude of the group.
Excellent. And Geordie.
Hello, I'm Geordie. I'm playing Tuk Tuk, the Circle of the Moon druid. Ready to turn into some other spicy animal besides a bear this time, hopefully.
Excellent. And Dana.
Hi, my name is Dana. I'm playing Xanthia, swashbuckler rogue, who is ready to hunt some people down.
Very good. And Bentley.
Howdy, my name's Bentley. I'm playing the Tiefling Ranger named Tacitus Kilgore. I use a bow.
That you do. And Josh.
Hey, my name's Josh. I'll be playing the robot artificer named Axel. I'll be taking up the tanky support role of the team.
Excellent. And last but not least, Mr. Tyler.
Hello, I'm Tyler. I'm playing as Lucius Battleborn. Just hoping to not die immediately this time.
Can't promise anything. And won't promise anything. Excellent. Well, before we kick it off, is there anything that everyone wants to bring up to remind people of that happened last time? Or should we just get stuck into it?
We all nearly died.
Yeah, we'll get to that. More like, little... No, we'll just jump straight into it. So, last time on Upcasters, we all started this adventure in the very lovely city of Neverwinter. You all got there one way or another and decided to take on this job of setting sail aboard a ship called the Voyage and heading off on adventure. For a few days, you were seen loading the ship, helping prep the ship, before you were given a night off, in which you met the captain, Captain Greysail. Upon meeting her, she offered you a two-part mission to the island that you're heading to. One part, to put on a front to get the island nation of Gundarlun to join the northern forces, the Cholton Free States. And the other one to investigate a mysterious alien ship that has crashed on its shores there. The latter being a more secretive and kind of kept close to your chest kind of vibes. Not really delving on why, but you all agreed, and with some good rolls were able to get a little bit more coin for that as well. You set sail and travelled uninterrupted for about 7 days, where on the final night you were mysteriously attacked by some force. They boarded your ship, killed some of your crew and crewmates before wiping the deck with you and destroying the ship. You woke up barely alive on a stony beach on the cold shores of what you would assume to be Gundarlun, with with something burning off out at sea, which you assumed was also a ship. You've woken up on the beach. You're cold. It's early in the morning. Many of your supplies are gone. What would you all like to do?
All right, so I think the best bet from here is to go inland, try and find that dock and get the first ship out of this fucking place.
We're on the
Yeah, are we
south
gonna-
side, yeah.
Yeah, which is the side that shit was supposedly. Are we even gonna do that, or are we gonna just leave it?
Well, the only person who could pay us for that is probably at the bottom of the ocean right now, so I don't think that job really holds any value.
Yeah, but there could also be some cool shit there. You never know.
Is there any chances the captain could have escaped? I mean, I'm
Hmm.
sure about you guys. I didn't see her on the ship when we were getting attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It
actually
could
see
be.
the other crew as well. That other group of people.
Yeah. There could be some merit in trying to meet up with the king here, seeing if maybe they manage to escape and make it to him. I'm not sure what that would give, like, how that would benefit us, but it may be something to do. It's an option.
True. Group consensus: should we go see the king, or go to the alien ship, or just leave it?
Well,
Let's leave.
leaving. Do we have enough money to
Become trapped.
hire a ship?
Lizards big mouth.
I think we should head to the capital, or
Yeah.
the king anyway. We got to go there. That's the only place we'll probably find a ship to get us back.
That'd be our best bet.
Yeah.
So if we go there first, and we have only got what 4 days of rations that we found in one of these boxes laying around. So we should head there first.
Most of our kit's at the bottom of the ocean as well, so I don't think us running into that, whatever this ship is going to be very smart while we're so ill prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
DM, do we
Oh,
have
yeah.
all the gold that we had on us?
No gold. You've got maybe 5 arrows in your quiver and the bow and 2 swords. It's just whatever you quickly grabbed. Many of your equipment is a little bit damaged. If you guys had any pistols, they're also a bit waterlogged and will require some repair. So you guys have only got bare bones kind of supplies on you at the moment.
I think we should head to the capital and at least try get the rest of you some armor and more, like, whatever gear you've lost.
We can maybe even
Yep.
go in and also just see if, like, go to taverns or something like that and see if anyone's seen the captain pass through.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If we just follow the coastline sort of north, we should definitely see the capital at some point.
Yeah, we weren't really told which like side or what directional way the capital was facing. Correct? They were just like, we're just going to the capital. That's it. Like no directions or anything.
You know it was on the northwestern side of the island. So you guys definitely know you're on the west side of the island, and you know that the small port, or sorry, the large port city was on the northern side.
If we head along the western side, we might pass across that squid-like ship, because I remember they saying it was on the west end of Gundarlun,
Yeah.
on the way to the
Sorry,
capital.
I've gotten confused there. You guys are on the eastern side, and you know that the Gundarbar, the capital city of the island, is on the northeastern side. The crash ship was on the southwest side.
Okay. So we'll just head along the northward to eventually, hopefully, hit the capital. Yeah.
I think we just travel a little bit inland and then keep the ocean on our right so we can see it. We should be able to follow the coastline all the way up to, if we find some sort of port or something like that.
Okay.
Keep an eye out in case there's anyone else got washed ashore.
Yeah, we also want to watch out too, because if that ship or those people who attacked could have maybe anchored up and sent some parties aboard to make sure there's no survivors as well. So, Jan.
Head slightly in northward.
Okay. So you guys begin to climb. You're kind of like on a small shaly beach with a bit of a cliff face. Nothing too aggressive, but it takes you a good 10 minutes or so just to get up from this shoaly beach to the actual to the top of top of the beach. As you stand up there and you finally get to it, you can see as you look back down the cliffs that kind of sporadically go all around Gundarlun. You can see that where you guys land is a very sparse beach, and as you look along the coast, you can see these different little sparse bits of little beaches, but mostly it is sheer rock face, and you can see the waves crashing into the side of the cliffs. As you focus more inland to the west, you can see this massive mountain range that kind of goes, and as you can see it goes all the way to the horizon. There's a dark ripple in the world, pitches up against a pale sky, stretching from horizon to horizon and gathering forests at its feet. Shadows paint the slopes purple while sunlight picks out the peaks of a brilliant orange. Any vista of mountains can be breathtaking, but there seems to be a magic hour where you're currently in, betwixt the dark of night and the brightness of day, and you're lucky to find yourselves at that point in time, with the sun coming in from the east. To the east, as you draw your eyes that way, you see a very, very old forest. The trees so large that the canopies stretch up high, and as the sun is coming up at about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, you can see the sun is struggling to pierce through. Their trunks as wide as houses, and even from this distance, you can just see this kind of twisted nature to these trees. These very old woods. Where you're currently staying as well, you can see further inland, and as it's kind of perched on the side of this mountain range, you see a small village just tucked up there before it kind of disappears beyond the range. But that is what you can see. What would you like to do?
It's towards the village.
Yeah.
And for that, maybe they can give us better directions on a quick way to get to capital.
Yeah, good call.
Excellent.
Like plan.
So from where you are, it's approximately about an hour or two walk away, about 3 or 4 miles or so. But as you begin to walk, especially where you are, you can feel now this very cold breeze hitting your body, and it is very, very chilly. Can I please get a marching order?
Yeah, I'll lead the herd.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
be
go behind
second.
just so I can, or second or
Good.
third. Yeah, I'll go behind just so I can gauge the direction stuff for everyone.
Bring up the rear.
Fourth.
Nice.
As we're going along, can I have just a look at the trees? As you said, they were looked old, and can I discern what type of trees, if I've seen them before or anything like that?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
It is, say, 18.
18.
17, sorry.
You've never seen these trees before, as this is not a climate that is natural to you. You'd have to get closer. It's still, the forest is approximately about 10 miles away. It's just where you are, you're kind of overlooking it. You'd have to get closer to really kind of deduce these kind of trees. But just looking at it from where they are, this is like a very old woods that has probably been around for a very, very, very long time. Very similar to what the woods that you grew up with, just very old, very, I guess, present. Like they're always kind of watching and listening. You get that vibes just looking at it.
Interesting.
Excellent. Is there anything else that people would like to do?
Kind of just keeping a general look at as we're walking, if we catch anyone who look like that might be, just anyone, any sort of movement around, like anyone that potentially might be from the vessel that attacked us or anything like that, or maybe one of the survivors from our ship. Eye out for movement.
Excellent. Well, give me a perception check.
10.
10. After about walking approximately about a mile or so, you do find yourself on a pretty well sealed in road, gravel road. It's a large track, probably can fit 2 carriages, but you don't see anyone else on it. You don't see anyone else around. Yeah.
Start keep heading, towards the village.
Excellent. And as you guys slowly start to trudge towards the village, as you get closer, you can kind of see that this village where it lies, just kind of like nestled on the side of the last bit of this mountain range, is quite larger than what you'd expect. It's kind of got a large base foundry with some smaller ones with the nicer buildings up the top, very similar to like a ministerial kind of vibe, but not so militarized. No walls. But as you approach, you can see that there are a few guardsmen at the front, just of like this main kind of causeway that goes in. They see you and slowly start to approach. What would you like to do?
Kind of over my shoulder to the rest of the group, be like, are we telling them the truth, or are we going to come up with a story?
I think we'll need to
think we
tell them the
just-
truth.
Yeah, truth.
And as they start to approach, they raise just their hands very, very casually. Who goes there?
Just a group of shipwrecked sailors who found themselves ashore and have decided to. We're hoping to head towards the capital, but our ship came under attack, and we, I think we're the only ones who survived. So we're just trying to make our way to the capital, see if maybe some of our other crewmates might have lived, or if our captain lived.
Hey, well, I'm going to be the bearer of good news, mate. We've had a few survivors drabbing and dribbing in all throughout the morning and last night. Majority of them have been sent into Gundabad. Are you all right? Do you need any assistance, medical attention? As he kind of like puts his hand on your backs and starts to like guide you into the city.
I think we're all good for the moment. A good night's rest will do us wonders, but yeah, I think we're all right for the moment, getting by.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got a little barn at the towards the other side, to the northern side of the town. We've been collecting some of the survivors and sadly some of the dead. We're going to be moving them shortly at high noon if we haven't seen anyone else. Some patrols went out to try to see if they can find anyone. So, you're happy to wait around, mate? There's some food there. Have some rest, and then about noon, a carriage will be going into Gundabar.
Right. Great. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And he kind of guides you into the town. You can see this very large square, and in the center of this square is a tall statue of some kind of warrior wielding 2 great axes in each hand, in a pose where he's like screaming towards the sky, stoically looking out towards the east, with this small pool of water underneath it. Up to the western side, so up to the mountain range side, you can see these very nice homes darted on the way up to this beautiful kind of keep that's at the top, with 4 large battlement towers that kind of surrounds it. The cobble roads in here are quite nice, and you kind of get a very kind of a homely, cozy feel to this vibe. As you guys make your way into the center, you are approached again by some additional guards who offer you a bowl of stew.
Take it and start eating it, like shoveling it down.
Take it, but just kind of hold on to it for now.
Does it taste
Yeah,
good?
same.
Tastes real good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna sniff it, try and discern what type of stew it is, and if it needs anything extra to make it taste better.
Smelling it. Yeah, give us a insight check.
Inciting stew, fuck yeah. 8.
It's Smells of chloroform.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, it smells pretty bland. It's a pretty plain stew. Definitely made out of beef. But other than that, you're like, this has just got the basic veggies in it: carrots, onions, bit of cabbage. But yeah, nothing too exciting. It's pretty plain. It's just a plain, boring old stew.
Oh, I'm gonna go into my little bag, find some of my spices, herbs and stuff, and have a smell the soup, put some in, and then offer if does anyone else want something to make this a little bit better? Because it's just beef stew. No?
I've already
No
finished
thanks.
mine.
Just
Nice.
kind of looking around at the guards not really near us. Are there any of them giving us like weird looks or like kind of odd glances? Like any of the ones sort of in the background, like kind of pointing at us and like going like, "Oh, they're about to eat it." Getting that going.
Give us a perception check.
18.
18? No, nothing
Yes.
like that.
I'll decline the stew. Like, thanks, but no thanks. Pass it on to
Why
someone
not?
else. I just
If it
not
full out.
It's like you can't eat it or something.
Yeah.
No, I could eat it if I wanted to.
Sure.
Oh, so it's not like the beer. Or
No, not hungry at the moment.
right. I'm just gonna put some little things in the stew and eat away.
I'm gonna head over towards the barn and see if we can recognize anyone from our ship or any survivors we might know.
As you go into the barn, you don't recognise any of the survivors in there on your ship. You do see, you being yourself and Xanthia, you would recognise this instantly. Many of the survivors in here that are injured and wounded lying in the bed are all Cholton, freed states, militarised uniform wearing Navy officers and salesmen.
Big ship.
Yeah. Probably deduce from the
What
big ship.
What's the big one called again? Xanthia? Okay. Sorry, I'm not a very good student.
Frigate.
That one. That one. From the frigate.
And as you look around in the barn, there's people and many, like, you can definitely see down the far end of the barn, there are some dead that are lying there covered in blankets, and then there are different degrees of wounded. Some fully out cold, some missing limbs, some burnt. You can see it's a bit of a mess.
Just go up to the closest person, like the closest one of their crew, and be like, "Is your captain make it? Who's in charge of you guys?"
He kind of looks, like, leans up and he's like, "Sorry, I don't know if the captain made it or not. It all happened so fast. I barely know these guys that are in here as well. It's all different decks, different night crews."
Do anyone from your crew so far recognize any of the people who attacked us?
No. From what I've heard, it happened in the dead of the night. It's come up on us silently and just broadsided us. Didn't even hear them coming or see them.
Did you get a good look at anyone that was on the
Oh.
main deck during the attack?
I was below deck. I was one of the gunners, and my gun. But while we were setting it up, we got a shot to us, and the next thing I know, I was on a bit of driftwood in the ocean, and in the morning there was a rowboat searching around, and I was able to get onto that. Many of the ones that were fit and able, they head into Gundarlun to see if they can get a ship to head back out to the boat and try to find someone. We're going to move there once they can rustle up some transport for us.
From your brief memory of the attack, did it look like they were trying to steal anything from the ship, or just destroy it.
I've no idea. I was below deck the whole time. When we pushed the cannon out to our port side, we didn't even see any other ships.
Did you get a look at that cargo you were carrying? We said we didn't hear what it was. We heard you were carrying a pretty important thing of cargo. Do you know what it might have been?
It was just large, unbroken down, unsmelted beams of adamantine. 6 beams that were approximately 30 feet long. 30 feet long, about 5 feet in diameter, and there was 6 of them. From what I heard, the king just wanted them to start making his own warriors to have adamantine armor, and instead of using the individual ingots, this is easier to transport and easier to craft also. But they're probably at the bottom of the ocean now.
Mm.
I thank him and give him the bowl of soup that I was given before.
Nice. Yeah, he takes it. Says, thank you for your generosity. You sure you don't need it?
No, all yours.
I'm just gonna start to like kind of hover around groups of dudes and just kind of slowly walk by and listen into what they're saying. If I can pick up any more, if anyone say anything or.
From what you can see, they're all in like singular beds or stretchers. And with the various of their conditions, there's not many talking. Many are asleep or passed out. Those that are awake are in immense pain or coughing or just not talking. It's a very non-chatty group after what they've just experienced.
Go find a free cot and just kick it.
Yeah, also find just a spare cot and wait
Just until noon?
till that carriage comes around. Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
go stand next to Jack's cot and just stand there.
Just watching him sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
Could I approach one of the guys who are awake? I understand that they're not in the mood to talk, but I just want to kneel up next to one of them and just kind of go, "You don't need to speak." And I don't mean to alarm you, but did you happen to see anyone who attacked the ship who looked like this, and then use my tiefling ability to disguise self and look like that dark-skinned, long-horned tiefling who was aboard the ship that I saw?
You see, the guy that you're talking to shakes his head, but there's a guy that's two beds down. He kind of pops. He's like, and he's missing his arm, and he's all kinds of messed up. Missing his arm. You can see there's a patch over his eye. There's a bandage across his chest. And he's like, yeah, I saw him.
You did?
Yeah, he was on the top deck when I got brave and thought I could take down some pirate scum. Turns out I was wrong, and he kind of like holds up his nubbed arm.
Okay, I wasn't expecting to get an answer. Shit. I should have questions. Fuck. Did you get a good look at him? Did you see who he was with? Did you see anyone that was around him?
No, it was very fast. He was very, very fast. He was, I guess, commanding. He began just telling the other pirates, just secure the top deck to find the prize. And then next thing I know, when I'm running at him, he just appeared next to me. And next thing I know, I was getting dragged off the boat with my arm still not attached.
When he was commanding, did you hear him say anyone's name?
No, nothing like that. No, it's kind of like just broad commands to the sea dogs he was with.
Thank you for your time and thank you for your help. I'm glad you're alive. And I guess I don't want to hand this guy soup if he only has one. I'll feed him soup. I'll feed him soup. That makes it easier for him.
Go to shake his hand accidentally.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry. Thanks for keeping an eye out. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Do you want a hand up? I mean, I'll be going.
oh god.
And he takes a few, and he's like, "Oh, just leave it. Just leave it. You've done enough. It's fine. I need to start learning how to use just one, so I'll figure it out. But thanks for your kindness, mate."
You're a quick adapter. Fucking hell. I'd need at least a week to process mentally.
Well, my dad lost his leg and his hand, so he kind of, he made it possible. He still worked.
Alright. What a wild guy. Anyway, moving on.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm just gonna go around, like, utilize if I have any, like, lavender or anything to help people sleep better, or anything. I'm assuming I wouldn't have anything for, like, pain, like any little herbal things for pain, I'm assuming, but I'll just try and do my best to make it a little bit more comfortable.
As you start going through your pouch, you can notice that a lot of your stuff is all waterlogged and starting to turn this just mushy kind of unusable kind of paste. Just the salt water and your herbs are not mixing well.
Liking it. Cool. Well, never mind. I'll just, whoever I was next to as I go to pull out, I'll just pat them on the head. I'm gonna be okay. And then I'm gonna leave the barn and go and like clean out my little bag so I can fill it with more stuff whenever I get the time.
Okay,
So it doesn't go all yucky.
nice. And Anthea, what are you doing?
Does anyone look like they're packing up to move on?
With yous? No, nah. These look like all the heavily injured lads.
Well, I don't particularly want to sit with all these guys because they seem very hateful towards pirates, and I'm not exactly a soldier-looking person. Everyone's in like a tent area.
Yeah, it's like just a barn that they've kind of retrofitted very quickly to accommodate some beds and stretchers for all these wounded and injured that have started to come in.
And does it look like there's people from town that are walking around and helping?
Not. There's a few people coming in to check, but being that you're a few hours behind, probably when they all started coming in, you can see most people are just going back to, about their daily jobs.
I'll seeing that Jack looks like he's gonna take a nap for a little bit. I'm gonna walk around the town. Village.
Yeah, if I'm outside and I see you going for a walk, I'll probably tag along because I don't want to stay in there. Because I can't help, so I'll come for a walk if you'll have me as company.
Of course.
Thank you.
I'll put my arm out so you can loop yours in that.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Heaps cute.
Second session.
Oh. It had to start
And then we
sometime.
talk about.
Yeah.
If I see them leaving, I might follow after as well, because I'm not in need of a rest. And
I'll put my other
Right.
arm out.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll go to put my arm out, like shake your hand. I'm confused.
No, you loop it like this. Come on, let's go.
I'll let you like bend my arm for me in the position.
Nice.
Very nice. Well, the guys that are going exploring, what are you trying to ascertain and where you're going?
Well, Miss Tuk Tuk probably needs some more herbs than that. So if you can find a herb shop for her, and then somewhere that can maybe. Would I have coins tucked away on me since I have so many like little bags in that?
Given the ordeal that you guys just went through, nah, you're all coined out. You're poor again.
That's rude. Um. Okay, maybe not around the town then, looking for herbs, but
Yeah.
even if there's shop owners that look like they sell herbs, we can go talk to them, see if they will tell us where they get them or what kind of herbs grow around this area so we can collect. And then I was going to say someone to fix my pistol since it's waterlogged, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. Do I still have my rapier on me?
Yeah. And as you look down and touch it, it seems a bit different.
I don't know about that.
It's fine. What are you talking about?
Now a shotgun.
Oh shit! It's a great sword.
Yeah, it seems noticeably different. Even just looking at the hilt of it.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
I feel like
Why is it different? What's different about it? How does it look different?
Um, compared to your last sword that had like this kind of blue handle and this silver pommel, you're looking down. It's now black, has a black handle and slightly red pommel.
Does it look sharper?
It's in your sheath, and the guards that go out are more sharper and more defined.
Anthea like staring into a sword.
Well, my hands are still linked, so I'm not looking at it too closely just yet. But yeah, just walking around seeing what shops are out there.
Okay. As you walk around, you do find a herbologist, but she's very reluctant to tell you where she gets her supplies from. She's like, oh, out in the woods, just out and about.
Can we see what kind of herbs grow around here?
Yes.
Because it's an island, so if they're fresh, then they'd have to grow around here, right? That's how things work?
Correct, yeah.
You could also have them dried, but probably want fresh.
No, you can tell these are fresh.
Okay,
fresh
cool.
herbs.
Yeah.
Different kind of cold growing herbs.
It's okay. We don't have to find them. Yeah, we can just go for a wander. I'll find them elsewhere. I'll collect them myself along the way. It's okay. I have no money, and I don't want to annoy. You gotta respect the herb lady.
Herb community.
Yeah. 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 But didn't you want to go find like a pew place to check your pew?
Well, I did, but I can't really pay for it at the moment, so
True.
maybe that will come a little bit later. What's the vibes of the people in the village?
Yeah, is it like busy? Or
As you're looking around, it's not like a bustling city like Neverwinter, but there's, a handful of people walking around. They all seem like very hard-working people, not, always moving fast from location to location.
How do they look? Do they look apprehensive that there's new people in their village and
Like you've gotten a few glances, but it's not like, oh, look at these new scum or anything like that. They're just new people. Oh, give a quick glance, but most have continue on with their day.
How often does shipwrecks happen?
Pretty often.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like, oh my god, shipwreck, all these hurt people, oh my god.
Yeah, and especially, and Gundarlun is a very treacherous waters. There are many famous ships off the coastlines of it that very brave adventurers have tried to get to try to reclaim the treasure that was lost. Just another Tuesday for them,
Yeah, but. And how long did they say it was to Gundarlun?
They said by carriage it would take them like the rest of the afternoon. Sorry to Gundarbar.
Yeah, sorry.
Would my character know how to fix or like tinker with and try fix a waterlogged pistol?
It would, but you don't have the supplies on you at the moment. Like, Xantha, you'd be able to fix it as well. You guys are just, you don't have the supplies to fix your stuff.
Yeah. What would we need?
Yeah.
Just mostly some oils, cleaning kits, and probably some fresh flints, and some sparks.
And how much does that usually cost altogether?
Ooh, I think it's around like 5 gold or something, not even that much.
That's rude to say to a poor person.
Sucks to be you.
It's not free.
More than you have.
2 gold to be able to get like a cleaning kit to be able to clean it.
And have we passed any gun shops?
No specific gun shops. Again, firearms are a thing, but it's not like gun shops are everywhere. It's still probably something you'd only find in a major city. Definitely not something like this would have a gun shop.
Things that we need from that list. Is there somewhere that would sell that?
Yeah, you can put one together, but again, you need some dollary dues for that.
That's adorable that you think that. So there is. Where is the place that sells that?
So you can go to a general store. They can probably get majority of the stuff. Some sparking, some flint, some oils.
Yeah, I'll go check out the general store.
Okay. So you make your way
Shit.
back down into the kind of the town square, and you do see like a general kind of store right at the northern end of town before it kind of leaves into the road. And you see a little store there.
Do they have what I'm looking for?
They do.
All of it?
Yeah. Yep.
Any people in the store?
Yeah, there is.
How many people?
Probably about 5.
5 people?
Yeah.
That's right. When we walk in with the big metal man, is everyone like, oh my god, what's that?
Not really. No, they like some people look, but then they see Axel look back, and then they look away. It is a new sight, but they're not gawking or being rude.
Good. Can I use that to my advantage?
What for?
For getting the supplies that I need.
So it's all in different parts of the shop. So
Yeah.
So you're gonna try to steal.
Yep.
I'm picking up what she's putting down. I'm gonna go up to the Is there like a storekeep, like a front desk?
Yeah,
Or
there
is
is. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go up to the front desk and strike up a lovely conversation to distract the main dude.
So yeah, the shopkeeper is a tall female halfling. She's quite
A tall halfling.
yeah, she's quite wide in her shoulders, and she sees you and she's like, "Oh, good morning. It's very rare to see um, another adventurer around. I was once an adventurer, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you originally come from? Like, what's your greatest feat that you've ever done?
My greatest feat. Well, me and my companions we slew a young dragon, a very young dragon.
What
Yeah.
color was it?
Oh, it was just a black one. You know, nothing too scary.
Oh, still, that's pretty cool. Did you get any scales or like any mementos?
Oh, I did. And then she points up, and you can see like this two cross dragon teeth and these small dragon scale kind of on this plaque that's hanging just above her stand.
That is amazing. I haven't gotten anything like that yet. This is like my first proper adventure. I've only just left home, so I need to get on that level. But it'll obviously take me some time, but we'll get there.
Just trust in your friends and, you know, be smart about it. Don't make rash decisions, and you'll come out the other end owning a shop like me, maybe.
Oh, from your adventures, did you like buy the shop with all the gold you got, or was it?
Yeah, I retired. So I set up a shop here, and then I've got a farm, and then I've got a nice little house here as well.
That's, oh my god, I aspire to be like you one day.
I'll stop it.
What's your name?
Bera.
And I'll like put in my hand, shake a hand.
She shakes yours as well.
I'm Tuk Tuk. Lovely to meet.
Nice to meet you, Tuk Tuk.
And then I'll just keep her occupied talking about all the lovely things she's done in her adventuring career.
Okay.
And I'll introduce her to Axel and be like, "This is one of my adventuring party. The other ones are at the barn. They're like, we just came off the ship. So, well, a ship. Can't remember what type of ship it is, but yeah, we're all over there waiting to go to the capital. So, yeah.
All right. With this small chat being chatted, let's get a sleight of hand check from.
With advantage because everyone's listening to the story of their travel.
No. Just the DC's a bit lower, isn't it?
Trying.
No.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I tried.
Devin.
So you grabbed the bit of flint that you needed from. It's on a candle, on a like a lantern thing, and as you try to grab it, you just pull the lantern off the shelf, and it just crashes onto the floor.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Cynthia, there you are.
I was just
Oh
looking
my
at it. I'm
God.
so sorry.
She's like, "Oh, can you pay for the damages?"
I would, but I just came off the ship. I lost everything.
Don't worry, I'll start like using druid crafts and stuff to try and like clean it up and put it in a pile and put it back and
Give us
was
a
it?
persuasion check.
both. Or
Just you.
fuck. Ah. That's an 11.
She's just like, "Oh,
Isn't going well.
well, once you all get sorted and come back this way, if you could pay for the damages, that'd be great." And she just kind of sighs and,
We will. We promise. We are so very sorry.
yeah.
What was,
Sorry?
what was it that broke?
It was like a lamp kind of thing that had a bit of the flint on it that she was trying to get.
Am I able to use a mending cantrip to fix it?
Ooh, mending, hey?
Oh.
Let's get mending up.
It says as long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension.
What about if it shatters?
Yeah, if it shatters, I don't know. Oh, yeah, this spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch.
Did a heap of time.
Yeah, yeah, no, too small for this. The way that mending is kind of written, I think, is for big stuff like tear in some pants or tear a bit of paper, like two halves together, not reforming something.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I guess you could if you found like a little bit of glass that was the exact size, and then you mended that, and then you found the next bit of glass, and then did it
You'd
that
be there
way.
forever.
Yeah,
I've got. How long is it before the carriage gets back?
about 2
Oh, we got
hours.
time.
Not that long.
Yeah, I'll tell the tuk and Cynthia. I'll be like, oh, I'll stay back and repair it.
All right, give
I'll
us
drop.
a sleight of hand check.
Oh my god.
So you start mending it together, and the base of it's looking pretty good, but then it starts to just tilt, like as you're mending it together to the hard left, and you're like mending, and then you start to panic, and you're like, oh lord, this is not what it looks like. It's meant to just be straight up and down, and it's just as you keep mending it, and you're just grabbing bits and mending other bits together, and it's like a half completed lantern that's kind of like on a side like this. And she's like, "It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry."
Starts already dead.
Apologies. I try my best.
No, thank you for trying. Thank you.
I'll be sure we come back and pay for the damages.
And she's like sighs, and she's like, "I hope you do."
Like, give her a little bow, and then I'll walk back out to my friends. If they're still around.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we would have waited for him outside.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah, definitely not inside.
Mm-mm. To a bench and just sit there and watch the passing parade.
Some rusty bloody skills.
Level 3.
Still on
Alrighty.
it.
So, go on.
Oh, when I come out, I'll just be like, some of my gears are a bit rusty from the salt water. Otherwise, I might have been able to fix it. Maybe later.
That's okay. We might come back, maybe? It depends where we end up, but I would like to come back. She was very nice.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
But let's head back now.
Mm-hmm.
Yous are probably exhausted.
I'm okay.
Yeah, probably do with a recharge.
Okay. You guys head back to the barn and kick your feet up for a few hours or so. At around noon, you can hear the clip-clops of 2 large carriages coming into town. Alright, all those going to Gundarlun, jump aboard.
Jump aboard.
Do it.
Jump on.
Excellent. A few of the injured that can walk, some with like broken arms or wounds that are not as major as the others, begin to slowly climb aboard. And after about 10 minutes or so of packing, they promptly hear and begin to head north along a well-formed track to the port city of Gundarlun. It is roughly a 4-hour journey. Is there anything people would like to do along the way?
I'll crawl up to like the front near the driver, and does he have like does he have any weapons on him? Does he have like a sword?
Yeah,
on him?
he's got like just a short sword on his side, and then the heavy crossbow leaning up on the chair.
Something over. Yeah, I'll just kind of be at the front with him, and be like, "Oh, do you mind if I keep an eye with you?"
He's like, "Oh, not aboard, mate. Jump on."
My feet up on the dash, and then keep an eye out as we go along.
Nice.
That's dangerous.
Hypocrite.
I'm gonna have a look at my sword.
Okay. Yeah, you.
Not like fully pulling it out, but just like sliding it out a little bit, taking a look.
Alrighty. As you slide it out, the blade is still very familiar. It's a little bit darker, and as you look at it, it's like got this almost. It looks like veiny kind of black lightning crackles through it. Even just the little bit that you pull out, but it's definitely a different blade.
Any familiarity?
To just what you would know. Give us a history check.
History. Huh.
Oh
That would
shit.
have been fucking useful, but here we go. 21.
One. No, none of the markings, nothing about this seems familiar to you.
Haven't heard any stories of weapons being claimed by the seas and coming back different.
No.
No fairy tales whispered along the waves.
No fairy tales whispered along the waves.
Hey, well, I'm just gonna put it back, because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I've been watching you kind of look over your sword, and once you put it back, I just kind of lean in a little bit and go, "Has anything like that ever happened before? Nearly dying on the ocean like that?"
People die on the ocean every day.
Yeah, but have you come that close before?
To dying on the ocean?
Or like that, being just absolutely having, just being absolutely wiped on the floor?
Oh, every other weekend.
So this is common then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I chose a bad line of work. Okay, cool. I'll start
You're
reading.
still alive. You must have some luck. The sea must like you.
Sounds like a bad
No point.
relationship to join.
No point changing professions now.
Yeah, no, if things are going badly, just stick with it. I'm sure everything will just turn out fine.
It's called riding the wave.
God, that's 3 bloody ocean analogies in not even 5 minutes.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, come on. We get it, you're a pirate.
Oh.
Swim out. Keep going.
Go with the flow. The tide will come back in.
Wash away your fear.
The ocean's green on the other side.
You've got it already.
Oh my god.
Okay, cool. I'm in for a hard life then. Excellent. I chose poorly.
What she said.
Not sure that totally applies there.
Either or.
Well, it's okay. You're naive. We'll get you there one day. You'll understand jokes.
Thanks. Trying.
Try harder.
That's what she said.
Ugh.
I did it!
Yeah, she's learning. She's learning.
Yes! Yes.
Cool. So you guys make your way into Gundarbar. It's approximately about a mile away as it kind of, where you are, dips down into this very, very large, dense port city. And as you get told that it's close, you all stick your head out and have a good old gaze at the city.
Do you have a picture for us?
No picture.
Oh.
Cool. So emerging from the wooden kind of trail that you are following, a salty mist hangs over the ocean, over this port city. Piercing the sea spray over the peninsula is a crumbling fortress to the northeast, which overlooks Gundarbar, the island's only port. You can see that it is a deep kind of circular city that surrounds this deep water, and in this central city, in this central port, you can see about 200 or so ships that are lined up almost side by side with each other. Very large fleet. They look like a mixture between a Viking ship and then a Greek ship, all rowed one single mast, but there is 200 of them. You can see that the city kind of spreads out in this sea-like shape before you can see two large keeps side by side up on the hills that overlook Support City. You can see catapults on each of the towers and bustling traffic coming in from the farmlands more to the eastern side. What would you like to do?
Have we ridden in?
Yeah, you're like just pulling up to the front pretty much as you start to go through the town.
Where are they dropping us off?
Yeah.
Just you're just staying on the carriage the whole way in?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So you begin to go further further into the city, closer towards the ocean. And as you begin to dip down and almost go down, almost like a slope into the city, you can see and get a closer look at these ships. The harbour, and also the harbour that they're in. The harbour is surrounded by high stone walls with ballista and catapults placed in strategic places along them, which is protected by the 200 ships inside. Each ship is of expert construction and in pristine condition. At the prow of each is an animal carved head. Most commonly is a seabird or an arctic creature roaring with some sort of anger. As you pass the villages and stuff, they all kind of not stop and stare, but kind of have a quick look at the now probably multiple carriages that have been coming in throughout the day. As you make your way closer towards the docks, you can see a very kind of large ship-making hangar that it heads towards, and you can see people coming in and out. As you immediately start to approach it, immediately coming out, Toby. Jack sees a very familiar captain quickly walking towards the carriages. Captain Greysail.
Did she look hurt at all?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried to a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Not
kind
a lot. She looks banged up.
Right. I was giving like a little rap on the part behind me and be like, "Hey, Grayscale's here." She doesn't look like she's coming towards us.
She does look happy. As the carriage stops, she's like, "Oh Lord, it's so good that you're alive."
Yeah. What? And who was that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do I believe her?
Roll an insight check.
16.
She is displaying nothing but truthful traits. She says that the group that were on, the security group, they came in and woke me. They saw something flying in the sky, not making any noise, and I was at the time quite mad about why I was being woken up to this, but I went out to inspect it myself, and then the next thing, cannons were being fired upon us, and we were being boarded. The main frigate was also getting boarded, a lot more aggressive than us, so we decided to... I teleported us over there, shifted us over there, before we were overrun and we had to retreat via lifeboats.
So you went over the ship with the group of which you were on watch that night, the
Yeah, correct.
watch?
Correct.
Did any of them make it out?
Yeah, majority of them did.
And what did you get a look at you saw in the sky?
It didn't look like any airship I've seen. It didn't make any noise. It looked like almost like a turtle shell, but with a sharp, angular front.
I just give like a look around to make sure kind of know in like eyes, like in distance, of like kind of low, be like it to have a familiar description. Kind of give it like a look of like, hey.
And then she's like, nothing, squirmy like, no. More solid, like made out of stone or something. The moon and the stars kind of reflected off it like it was stone.
How's well, the plan from here? Most of the crew, or we've seen most of our crew, make most of the crew that we brought here are from the frigate. So,
Yeah, we're in a very awkward position. We were here to help the king and display a position of strength, but we are now at his whims. I'm not sure what he'll ask us to do, but I still think that our second plan, more than ever, should be inspected.
The ship that shot cannons at us. Did you get a look at it?
That was a flying ship.
Oh, it was the flying ship that shot cannons.
Yeah, so it came in and it made no noise. It was silent. When it got closer, it had sails on it, but it didn't look like it was needing the airflow to move. As it kind of came in, it shot downwards, raking our smaller ship, the Voyager, and then it propped up next to the frigate and began just shooting that. And its crew disembarked, and there was a fight on board the deck.
did you see them like hauling those adamantine bars back on the flying ship? What they're after?
I didn't see them go after that. I'm not sure. I didn't hear anything to support that.
When he mentions, sorry, when he mentions that, does she seem at all? Does she react at all to him knowing that the frigate had adamantine on it?
No. She told you guys the cargo of what it was carrying, I'm pretty sure. She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see the people who were like leading the? You said you teleport across. Did you see who was kind of leading the fray on that side? Because we all saw the one who was leading the fray on the Voyager, and he was.
I couldn't see specifically who was. There was like a tiefling that seemed to be shouting commands, but I didn't get a good look at him or her. Sounded like a him.
Have you met anyone else that knows any more information? Has anyone seen anything else or heard anything else? Recognized something?
From all the reports of that we got in, there's no new information other than that. No.
When you
I know it.
used... Sorry,
No, you go.
go.
You
When are you supposed to be meeting up with the king?
he said to just organise it whenever we're available. Knowing that you guys are alive, could maybe aim for this evening or even tomorrow.
Has that changed our plans at all?
Well, exactly what he'd want to do what each of our groups are meant to do. We were meant to be here to show our strength, but we're at his mercy. So I'm not sure exactly what he's going to task each of us, but whatever he does, I'd hope that you guys can agree to enable you to head west. And she's like, come inside. I have some things for you. And as you head into this kind of larger hangar, there's a bit of bustling. You can see there's more able people moving around, and a lot of military crates being loaded in. You can see there's a table with some gear on it. She says, take what you need.
And have a look around. Is there any like armor or anything of the sort? Any armor?
Yeah, there's some basic armor in there. What armor did you have?
I think it was scale mail. Yeah, scale mail.
Probably not scale mail. Definitely like a breastplate or
Breastplate.
breastplate.
200 gold. Scale mail's 70.
Yeah, anything that's probably under about 100 gold, 70 to 100 gold, they'd have there to use.
Scale mail. That on. And then is there a cleaning kit for a?
Yeah, and there's some pistols lying there as well, and a musket as well, like a larger musket.
Is there
Arrows?
pistols?
Sorry?
How many pistols?
There's 3.
I'll take one extra. I'll just take my one and then have an extra one in the.
Okay.
Are there arrows?
Yeah, there are arrows.
How many?
There's probably like 2 quivers there. She's like, take what you need, don't take everything though.
Okay, I will take a quiver of arrows.
Nice.
Was there another scale or another armor piece there?
Yeah. Yep.
One of those. And that'll do me.
Yeah, so they'll have like change skirts, scale mail, light armor, that kind of stuff.
We agree that I would have kept my studded leather on.
Yeah, you don't. You can sleep in light armor without any effects to your long rest, and war forges, I believe so too, because it's just a part of them. So.
Yeah.
Is there gun cleaning equipment?
Yeah, there is. Yep.
Okay, I'll grab some of that, start cleaning my pistol.
Yeah, I'll see if there's anything to start cleaning as well.
There be any tools or anything there, like thieves' tools or tinker's tools?
From what you can see, no. Nah.
Would I have left mine on the ship, or would I have done one?
I'd let you have like one probably set of tools that you would have kept on you.
Yeah, okay. Probably the tinker's tools.
Nice.
As we're kind of sitting there, Xanthic cleaning my, I'll look down and be like, oh, where'd you steal a new toothpick from?
Excuse you.
This looks a bit more angry than the last sword you had. Steal that off.
It looks exactly the same. I don't know what you're talking about.
One looks like black and like the guard looks a bit wider. Sharp.
That's exactly the same as it's looked this whole time that we've been traveling together.
No,
I just haven't used it that much.
It was like silver and didn't have like a blue pommel thing at the end. That was like red.
No, maybe it's a little bit wet still from the water. Maybe some salt's caked on it, but it's pretty much the same.
Alright, I need some deception checks and insight checks, please.
9 inside.
Deception 18.
Yeah, right. There's this. Yeah, I guess I must have just seen maybe the dark light during the tavern. I didn't see properly. Yeah, I swear it looked different. Yeah, look good.
I think I'd know if my sword's changed.
She's an
I've had this with me
quite-
for a long time.
A grade gaslighter.
Yeah, maybe I just haven't looked at it that closely before. Oh well.
At this point as well, Grace Owl is still kind of hovering, and she is, are you still on for the job? I can understand if it was a bit rough what you experienced, but that's why you're getting paid the big bucks, right?
Yeah. As long as we're still getting the big bucks are still on.
Definitely. Once we make it back to Neverwinter, you'll be paid.
What's the plan for getting back to Neverwinter?
Yeah.
Hopefully, now this is all just me and my magic brain thinking, we ask the king for some mercy. We prove that we are still capable warriors regardless of what condition we turned up to on his shores. And then as a part of that, good gracious, we are able to borrow or gain one of his ships to take back to Neverwinter.
Would it be a bigger one because we'd be traveling with all the other?
There are a lot still missing. One ship will be more than enough space for us all.
How many were lost?
At this point in time, close to 150 souls still unaccounted for.
When are we gonna go meet? Is that gonna happen tonight or?
Yeah, we can hopefully get to see him tonight or this afternoon.
The earlier we get in his graces and get that kind of ball rolling, I think the better.
Great.
Oh, and she also passes you this. It says a small drawing of the island for you to use. I'll seek preparations with the king. Hopefully he can meet us in an hour or so.
Are we all coming to that meeting, or is it going to be you and?
No, I'd like to present you as a strong group.
Just quickly, can I ask her to mark on our map where this secret ship may be found?
Yeah, and she does. Somewhere over
Yikes.
there. Ow.
What's this?
An old keep that was under construction but has fallen. It is known as Bararanzo. It was a dwarven mining colony. And they built a fortress on the outside.
Can we assume that we're at Fairkuza?
Yeah, yep. So,
Okay.
with your knowledge, you probably came ashore somewhere along here, made your way into town, and then come on in.
Easy. Yeah,
And
if you
how
can
long? Sorry.
Oh, you go. Go.
Go.
Oh,
Okay.
I've grown so big. Oh,
What are you saying, Tyler?
Mine is more to Captain Sales about can she make plans with the king so we can meet him already?
She said, "Yeah, I'm." I just said I was going to go do that.
Yeah,
So
I
impatient.
thought
Okay.
Show strength.
Do heaps of flexing.
And she kind of like gives a chuckle and walks away.
No,
No? Yes?
no
Yeah,
question.
that's why I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, how long did we have to do this again?
There was no time frame exactly, but I'd given this trip in total would take about 6 weeks. Here, a week here roughly, 4 weeks to do stuff, and then a week back. But it could be longer, could be less.
And then we were walking over there. How long would that take?
Do your quick math. You can go 25 miles per day.
3 days. Just over 3 days.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's about almost 80 miles, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Best we find some way to get over there. So we have some free time now until we meet with the king tonight.
Correct.
And it's like mid-afternoon?
It's more approaching sunset at this point.
Okay. That's fine.
Can we see the other group, the other like adventuring group kicking around?
No, cannot currently. But at the end of that, before she walks away, she does say, also, I've booked rooms for you all at the Dragon Turtle Inn. So if you'd like to go have some food there, your board has been sorted. And you'll have rooms there.
Thank you, Captain.
Things inside into haven't.
Okay, excellent.
I asked the captain before she heads off, would you like some company while you go talk to the king?
I won't even be talking to the king. I will be talking to one of his advisors. But I've got it handled. But thank you very much.
That musket.
You gonna take the musket?
I'm just gonna actually kind of walk out. I just do like the lean back, see if it's still sitting at the table.
It's still sitting there. It's kind of leaning up against the table.
Like look around, just like slowly wander over and just like grab it and walk away.
Nice. Excellent. You're able to also have... So the musket comes with 10 shots, and the pistols each had 20 shots as well. Excellent. So as you begin to walk towards the tavern, it's quite close by, about 100 feet away. The Dragon Turtle Inn is a salt-encrusted stone defaced near the docks. Although it's not outwardly inviting, the inn is well known amongst the travellers as the best place to get a good ale on the island. As you walk inside, a huge fire roars in a semicircle hearth, decorated with ivory and steel. The circular bar in the middle of the inn is manned by a pair of lanky, fair-haired twins whose bushy beards sweep the counter as they dispatch drinks to the locals.
I'm looking for someone that looks like they probably work on the docks.
There's probably 40 people in this room that look like that.
Excellent. I'm going to go around to a couple of different tables, ask if anyone's heading over to... Is it Fishkabar?
Fishkabar, yeah.
Yeah. The next morning.
Okay, give us a... Let's go investigation check as you try to walk around the crowd, try to...
12?
12. As you first start to talk about it, no one willingly comes forth, but with sorry, with your successful check, as you kind of pass a few ales off, a few people get talking, and you hear of a carriage that leaves at the end of each week, which is approximately 3 days. So that travels. So in 3 days, a carriage and a few, like 5 or 6 carriages, all travel to Fiskbar to trade supplies, pick up supplies, and bring it back. They also stop in the farmlands at the town of Bastion to pick up supplies there as well. But that leaves in 3 days.
And is the people that run that in the inn?
No, but there's a worker there that is on that train, that caravan train.
Hey, good sir, who's your boss?
What do you want to know about my boss?
I'm looking for some work. Seeing if he needs any extra hands.
No, I don't know about that. He doesn't really like outsiders too much.
We're not really outsiders.
Where were you before you came to the village?
We were at... Please hold. Paracusa. We were helping out around there.
But didn't you just come with the guys that got shipwrecked from the mainland?
Do we look like we were from the shipwreck?
Yes, and you like look down. You got like your battered and bruised, ripped shirt, still kind of waterlogged boots and belt.
Okay, we were. But now we're just looking for some honest work.
Oh, I don't know. Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Persuasion 19.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to him. He's having dinner.
Thank you very much.
Come on, then. And he kind of follows you. He gets you to follow him as he walks a little bit further in, and he comes to like a little table, and there's just 2 dwarves eating there. He comes up, he's like, "Oh, sorry, boss, but this one here and her crew are looking for some honest work." So here she is, and then he looks at you. He's like, "I've done my part. You owe me an ale, mate." And he
Of
walks
course.
off.
G'day.
Hey, how you going there?
Yeah, good. As the man said, we're just looking for some honest work. Heard you're heading over to Fiskar.
Yeah, it's kind of like an ongoing contract we have. You travel there, travel back, get some supplies, that sort of thing. What kind of work
Cool.
you looking for?
Just to be extra pairs of hands.
Sorry to say, we don't really need an extra pair of hands. We've got our security details sorted. We've got our workers. It's all paid for. You'd be taking someone's job, really.
Who said you need to pay us?
Give us a persuasion check.
Ooh. Persuasion. Quick math. 13.
What are you playing there? What are you playing at there, Missy?
We just need to get to Fiskar. We're just travelling along. It's nothing nefarious or anything. We're just looking for some honest work. As you can see, we're all very strong, capable workers. I mean, look at this metal guy. He's probably the strongest person you've ever seen, right? You wouldn't even need a security detail with him. Who's gonna mess with you with him around?
Alright. I'm not paying you. You bring your own food, you bring your own water, and we'll get you there. You help out if we get attacked and if the security mob get annihilated.
Perfect. Where do we meet you?
Shut before sunrise, 3 days from now. Just at the docks there. There'll be some supplies coming in.
And sorry, your names?
Just call me Mansur.
No worries. I'm Xanthia.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'll see you in a couple of days. I owe someone a beer.
See you in a couple of days, Anthea.
And I go, was a beer on our tab?
Yeah, you got like 3 ales per evening as a rationed, prepaid for package.
Nice. I'll give one to old mate. Pat him on the back, put it on the table. So it looks like we'll be working together. Thank you very much.
It's like, are you sure?
It's a good thing. Don't worry about it.
Don't get me killed.
Is it usually a rough job?
No, but with newcomers and all their glory, you never know how things go.
Don't worry. If anything happens, I'll protect you and only you.
Please don't.
That's just sick of everything.
And I go sit down with everyone else.
Very nice.
Oh, and I tell them that we have a ride in 3 days and what's
Anyway,
happening.
so-
Nice. So what everyone like to do?
Drink.
Burns those 3 fucking ale rations heaps quick.
You can have mine.
Same.
Twisting my arm, you got.
Neat.
I'll fix my gun as well while I'm sitting there.
Alright, give us a sleight of hand check.
I've as well.
Yep.
21.
21. Yeah, you're able to, in about 5 minutes or so, just quickly get it all lickety-split ready to go.
8.
It takes you a while, not 5 minutes. You're there about 15 minutes, just kind of trying to fix it and just look very, nonchalant about it. But you eventually get it to working order with a satisfying click and a ha-ha, gotcha. It's ready to go.
Xanthia's just side-eyeing the whole time, is fiddling around with it. Just like, do I help him? Do I just let him do what he's doing?
So I'll make a makeshift sling too for the musket as well.
Nice. With some of the rope that you guys were able to...
Yeah.
Easy done.
After I finish my 5 now rations of ale, I'm just gonna stumble off to the rooms. Shout.
Okay. Excellent.
Just
As
crack some more ale.
as you begin to stand up, Captain Grayscale comes in and she says, "The king will see us this evening."
I got pissed too early.
Smashed them way too early.
No, I should have stood up. Fuck. Could
Won't
give me
give
something
that a
like
praise.
I'm gonna wash it down with some like wine or something.
No, you'll wash it down with water.
No. It's
What is good for you?
not.
Fish
Gives
pee
us
in
a
water.
magic cone to fix his beer.
I didn't almost just die in fucking beer last night. I died in water. Get off.
That was salt water. There's a difference. Fresh water, not salt water. Anyway, let's go.
She kind of like gives you a pat on the back. She's like, "Come on, best behavior. Let's go. Let's go."
Yeah, I'm aces. Nothing but a thing.
And you guys leave the Dragon Turtle Inn and begin to make your way up the northern kind of slope of this port city. She says, "We are heading to Stonerise Keep." And as you approach close up, you begin to realise that the fort has taken some serious damage over the years. Some wings are almost entirely collapsed, and the seaward wall has fallen away over 100-foot cliffs. Over a 100-foot cliff. You are escorted through the ruins of the outer fortress before reaching the relative undamaged central keep. A huge pair of iron-branded doors swing open before you, revealing an immense feast hall lit by flaming braziers. At the end of the hall, you see King Redax, a man as weather-beaten as his castle. He rises from his throne, throwing his arms out wide. "Welcome to Stonerise Keep, the Warden of the Wains in the ancestral house of the Redaxes."
Just gonna like
Is
put
it-
it on the back of like those arms to like kind of stop myself from swaying.
And before you see a middle-aged man with a single thick straw-like beard, topped with an iron crown decorated with a mother of a pearl and different kinds of shells. He's broad-shouldered with sturdy legs and thick arms. Though his voice is gruff, his mannerisms are open and honest. "Please come in, there's ale on the table. Have some.
No,
Or
I'd be
some
very
more."
up
Sure.
to. Come on, board.
Oh, God.
Me too.
Jack's getting so sloppy.
Classic white girl, wasted already. You guys look fantastic.
Bottomless brunch mimosas.
How are you all feeling? I heard that there was a bit of a sinking out in the bay there.
Nothing but inconvenience.
That's what I like to hear, Hey, you enjoying the city so far?
Yeah, good ale. Great ale.
Yeah, some of the best. Anyway, so the reason you're here is you meant to sway me on what good of the warriors you are. And how you can help me. So, how can you help me?
Is the other group with us as well, or is it just us this time?
The other group has come in as well. They were like trailing behind you.
So he's asking us as a whole group?
No, he's more pointing to you guys at the front.
Okay.
Well, anything you need done, really. I mean, if there's whatever you need done from us, you name it, and done. On time, if not faster.
Shit. Oh,
I'd have you marry my daughter.
You hear that?
No, you there,
that's it.
handsome man at the front.
Yeah, go get him, Tacitus. You're up.
Nah, I'm just pulling your leg. Yeah, she wouldn't want to marry someone as ugly as you. Anyway, what I need,
Sorry, Tacitus.
from one of yous, I know there's like you got your two groups. I need one of yous to go over and see Jarl Frostgale. He's the resident dickhead on the other side of the island that has been a little bit narky with this whole Lord's Alliance thing. So you need you to go offer your services, show him how good you all are, and get him on board with the idea of joining the Cholton Freed State, not the Lord's Alliance.
What services are we to offer?
Well, he's a bit of a hothead, and I suppose he has this problem with the goblins up there. So you might have to go kill some goblins, I guess.
You want us to mainly persuade him to side with you?
Yeah, the island is almost geographically and population-wise split into two. Those that follow the Jarl and his old ways, he believes in going back to the raiding and the pirating, and those that want to be more upper class, want to be a part of something bigger than what we are here.
Someone else take the lead.
And what is the second group to do?
Oh, I need them to go head up to the northern part of the island, off Warbluff. There's some rumors of some man lurking in the dark woods.
And why is that an issue?
A lot of cattle and a lot of beasts have been found in there, all maimed and twisted by some kind of magics.
Is this Jarl located at Viskaba?
Oh, yeah. He's over on that side, yeah.
Ah, okay. Perfect. Well, I don't know about the other group, but I think we're pretty persuasive, and I would say we'd be better suited to that job. But I don't know if you're the one making the decision on who goes where. But I'd put our group forward to go to over there.
I can't be good as week any of this, so that. Cheers.
Thanks.
You see Grace at scale like slide her hand over to like grab the ale out of your hand, Jack.
Done anyway.
Oh god.
And she pipes up. She says, "Yes, we will ensure that the right group goes to for the right cause."
Perfect.
And at this point, the king, Radax, he says, "Well, you got some lodging here all sorted. Anything else you want from me, or should I retire and go see one of my wives?"
Another ale just raise it to him.
Yeah.
Grab one
Oh
off a
my God.
passing
Grayscale's like,
tray.
"Where'd you get that from?" Just like,
Magic.
well, good luck to you. I hope that the Cholton freed state of the North can help me in my worries and become a beacon of diplomacy. And he kind of trails off and begins to walk to his right out of the room.
Well, I think that went well.
Cool work.
That went swimmingly.
Yeah, as you are walking out, Graysale says, yes, he is quite content with the joining of our forces. However, he needs his issues sorted first, and he wasn't going to do something for nothing, if you know what I mean.
No, that's very fair. I can definitely see where it's coming from.
So this is more of a gesture of good faith than anything. But
So I can assume that we're going to the Jarl?
yes. I would think that your group would be more suited to the Jarl, and the other group more suited to the Darkwood.
Do we have transport over there?
You'll have to sort that for yourself, I'm sorry.
Good.
Done.
You can always walk. The trail is quite safe.
You can walk,
And-
we can piss shoes and swim.
God.
And the Jarl is expecting us?
Yeah, maybe you should have asked the king that question.
Probably.
Oh well, surprise!
Surprise, we're here to kill you goblins.
Yay!
Please be nice to us.
Pretty please.
Pretty please. How does the other group look?
They look banged up, yeah. Not as... they're banged up.
Okay. Go back and drink some more.
Alright. Excellent.
Oh boy.
Is there anything else you'd like to do for this evening? Or are you just drinking and having a jolly good day in the inn?
Celebrating life.
Alrighty. And as you drink into the night and be jolly and merry, all of you finding your way to a bed that evening and having some well-needed rest, we'll go ahead and have our a little break. A little breaky break. So, I'll be back in probably about 10 minutes or so. For those watching, thank you for watching. The second part will be here shortly. Bye for now. And welcome
KKK.
back. You're all the worst. Excellent. Well, welcome back from our quick little break. Let's get into it. With the morning, you all waking up, some with hangovers, some with not. You all wake up well rested. What would you like to do?
I'd like to get up first thing, like as early as possible, and see if I can find Captain Grayscale.
Easily done. She's over at the main dock area that's kind of harbouring most of the other survivors.
Where is he? I will approach her.
She sees you coming and she politely says, "Good morning."
Morning. Sorry for bothering you this early.
I'm an early riser, no rush at all.
Me too. Look, it's a long shot, but just curious. Do you happen to know a man by the name of Vengar Leland?
Vengar Leland. She thinks and ponders. No, I do not. Sorry.
Okay. I'm not sure whether or not he is a pirate, but he may have something to do with that flying ship, so keep an ear out for it.
Okay.
Anyway, have a good morning. I'll see you around. I just head back to the group.
All right. What's everyone else doing?
You're a dog. That. I'm gonna use the bandages on my arm. Gloves back on. Point.
Sorry?
And use the bandages on my arms, and then good to go.
Okay. As you change your bandage on your left arm, you notice the scar on it is deeper. Like it's edged in further. It feels, and as you like rub your hand over it, it feels a bit like hot to touch.
I just like a hard wipe, like, try to wipe it off. Yeah, rub and then bandage it up nice and tight. Put the glove on.
Alrighty. What's everyone else doing?
So that was
try and find. Oh, you
no,
go.
go.
I was gonna say I'll just go find some tea, and if I can find any herbs to steal, well, not steal, but to borrow.
Give us an investigation check.
Teehee. Shut up. Investigation plus 3 is a 17.
Nice. You're able to find a few local herbs within the main dock area, but nothing. No massive supply. So you've got, a few here and there.
I'll just like take a little pinch of each. I'll just go along like I'm having a little test, and I'll just boop, pocket it.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Yesterday, when we got our new armor and supplies, were we given new supplies for our spells and whatnot?
What kind of supplies are you
If not,
chasing
that's fine.
for your spells?
Well, like, I used a bit of parchment for my Shield of Faith the other day.
So
And
the way that
that'll
I
be
do
gone.
spells is if you've got your spell focus, you don't have to have like the individual items. So if you've just got your shield, your holy symbol
okay.
focus, you don't need the
okay.
other stuff unless it has a gold requirement.
That makes sense.
Then you
Yep.
do, like a diamond for resurrection and all that stuff.
That's fine. Yep, no, I understand. Don't worry. Otherwise, I'll just be checking out the dock. Just wandering around, waiting for these couple of days. Check out the city.
Okay. What would everyone else like to do?
Yeah, I'll probably follow Lucius down to the docks too, just to look around at some of those pristine, new-looking ships to get a little, to size them up. Gander.
I'll come for a walk to the docks as well. As we go to walk off, I'll like stand there and put my arm out and see if they do anything.
What are you doing?
I give him the side eye, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we don't do that here.
I'm unsure. Xanthia did it to me before. It wasn't a regular thing.
I'll also be heading down to the dock, so I'll loop arms with him. I'll come up behind him and loop arms.
Oh,
I'm just like kind of give a side eye to Lucius, like, oh,
oh, okay.
alrighty.
And then I walk a little bit faster in front of them.
Excellent. So you're just heading down to the docks to have a look at the ships? Alright, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so you head on out, and you can see, even with the 200 ships that are out there, there are about maybe 3 or 4 different warehouse-style buildings that are currently have various stage ships in various conditions of construction. There'd be probably about 30 or so crew on each, working very hard, carving down wood, knocking wood together, constructing these very large ships. They're probably about 60 to 70 feet long, 30 feet wide, and as you get a closer look, you can see that most of them are double-decked, being the top deck and then just one deck below, a single ballista on the front. Looking at them, they would be designed to ram into other ships and then to board. They got these big chunky heads on the bottom of the bow of the ship, perfectly designed to ram into other ships. So ships of the time get their superiority from their cannons, but it seems that these ships stick to the old ways and prefer the ramming and boarding action.
And that's most, if not all.
That's all the ships here. Yeah.
All of them?
All
Yeah,
200
right.
of them, yeah.
Is there any other ships stocked, like just smaller, larger, or is it just 200 of the same?
There are smaller ones, like some fishing boats. But yeah, majority are these large warships. And the fishing boats in comparison are tiny.
Seems like an oddly large amount of ships to have just, milling around. Do we know if he's going to war with anyone soon?
You haven't heard any rumours? No.
Yeah, I'm kind of just absentmindedly talking to the group as we're walking.
With this amount of ships, you would assume so.
I can't imagine why they would want these types of ships that are like the newer ships. Like obviously they have the cannons that give them more firepower, but these ones are mainly just the bottom deck's all just rowers, so they row into the side of a ship, and then the top's just a flat platform. They just normally fight it out on there. So unless they're, I can't imagine what they'd be wanting to attack with these sorts of ships. Like if they go attacking major cities on the coast, they'd be, outgunned and probably destroyed well before they got like anywhere close.
Do we know if, say, the Empire would have a large fleet of ships as well?
Yeah. Like, not... 200 ships is 200 ships. Obviously, these are smaller, built differently, a lot quicker. yeah, it's like you wouldn't know exactly how many the Empire has, but they've got definitely a navy, definitely a very large navy to support their interests both on the coast and the shipping seas there, and then also other seas throughout the world as well.
Just like looking, is there like the ones that are like not like they're already built and on the water? Is there like the cargo's being like loaded onto them? Is there like troops getting loaded onto them? Is there like weapons, supplies, that sort of like military sort of supplies going on them?
Give me a perception check.
I'll look around. Oh, 8.
8. You don't see any military like personnel on the ships, but you can see spears, ballista bolts, that kind of stuff sitting on them. Xanthia and Jack, give me a insight check.
Ooh, go natural 20 for 22.
Nice.
Huge.
Jack, looking at them, though these ships are basic in their design, you'd know that like upgrading them with cannons with more sails would be an easy task. That they've achieved pretty much a skeleton ship, and with the current and kind of nature that you're here, this could possibly be one of the reasons why the northern states, the Cholton Freed states, wants Gundarlun as a part on their side.
To the group, I'll be like, we should probably have a bit more of a think about what we find on this ship, and if this like weird ship we're after, if there's anything on it that could be used as a weapon. I really don't think it'd be wise to kind of let anyone have it if it's anything like this flying ship we saw that couldn't be heard. If it's even remotely similar to that, and then there's weapons or abilities on that ship that could be transferred onto these ships, it could be a pretty upgradable fleet.
Isn't that what Greysail wanted? For us to destroy anything that could turn the tide?
Yeah.
I'll wait for 3 days then.
Okay. So I keep slowly walking the docks and just slowly walking, just taking it all in.
Okay.
While I'm down at the docks,
Mhm.
I'm just having a look around for if they're loading up rations to be transported out.
Give us a perception check.
14, and that's loaded from ships onto the dock to be transported around.
14. No, you don't see any immediate supplies being loaded to the docks to be put onto the ships.
No, not put on the ships, taken off the ships.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I'm probably going to be spending the rest of the day looking for shops that would sell rations.
Mhm.
And then waiting for a good time to purchase the rations with no money.
So there were rations in the
Oh, in the
dock
shed?
house. The dock shed. Yep.
Okay, how much?
There was enough for each of you to get 5 days worth.
Oh, okay, bet. Well, never mind that. That's where I'll get the rations from. If they're still there.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Once I'm done with that early morning chat, I come back and see if I can find Tuk Tuk.
Easily done.
He's probably, yeah. I would have come back from my herb jaunt. Yeah, just sitting downstairs, seeing what I collected.
I pull up a chair next to you. Morning.
Good morning.
Look, seems to be a 3-day journey ahead of us, just on foot. I'm gonna ask some people around what we can expect on the trip, and I would like a second set of ears, especially someone who knows nature as well as you do, in case you have some insight as to what we can expect.
Who
Ways that
are we going to ask?
I mean, anyone around here? I can just kind of ask people until we get an answer, really.
Okay. Is there many people within, like, I'm assuming we're back at the Dragon, Turtle Tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there many people in there having
In the morning,
breakfast?
there's a handful. Not as busy it was last night, but there is still a handful.
Okay.
And I see anyone who looks like they may be a traveler of sign, like not a ship traveler, like people who do long treks like to Fiskabar and back, like the ones that Xanthia found yesterday.
Give us an insight check.
Insight? I got a pretty fucking good insight.
I do.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you do find someone who's just looks like a seasoned traveler. He's got a pack next to his leg. He's got a walking stick. He's got a more of a traveling coat on. Yeah, he looks like he would be either a hiker or definitely some kind of, walker.
Cool. I kind of tapped Toku on the shoulder, pointed him, and approach.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks up at you. He's like a gnome man, so quite small. Good morning to you, mate.
Morning, friend. My name's Tacitus. Is my friend Tuk Tuk. What's your name?
Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Jim Jar.
Jim Jar. That's a fucking excellent name. You look like you travel. Do you do much foot travel around the place? Do you head to Fiskabar often?
Oh, I just come from Fiskaba.
Oh, excellent. Look, sorry to bother you. We're on our way out that way in a couple of days. What could we expect in terms of things that may hinder our movement?
Well, if I'm being honest with you, it's relatively safe if you keep on the main road. There isn't many issues with goblins or anything like that until closer up to Fisk Bar, and by then you're well and truly close, so they don't usually risk it.
Perfect. Weather all right? Don't need to rug up warm or anything like that anywhere?
Oh, definitely pack a tent with you. Definitely ensure you've got some way to cozy up at night. It can get quite brutal out there. You'll find they've got some little nooks along the trail, like just some like camping sites, I guess, where frequent walkers can camp for the night, and people added through the years, added a tarp here and there, put some more logs up here and there, and made like bit of shelters. Would recommend you use those along the way. Free to use, just keeps you out of the elements.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Any trade secrets for a seasoned explorer such as yourself?
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm an explorer, just a avid walker. Oh, if you want a tasty ale, there's a little inn in Bastion that has probably the best ale that I've ever had. Highly recommend you have one. Absolutely delicious. It's called the Crow's Nest Tavern.
I know someone who would very much appreciate that knowledge.
Mm.
Probably because it's fresh, where they do the brewing there for it, just fresh on site.
What's the name of that inn again? Sorry?
Oh, the
Crow's
Crow's Nest Tavern.
Crow's Nest Terrace, sorry. Perfect. Any questions, Doctor? Anything that you can think of?
What in terms of like wildlife, is there much? Like, I haven't really seen much. Like
Oh,
good or bad.
on the flat lands, like the grassy areas, they kind of stick away. But in the woods, there's a lot. You know, you get your bears, your wolves, you know, your smaller kind of critters. Um, Up in the mountains, there's quite a bit of mountain goats, ox. But you know, they usually stick into the woods where a bit more protection, bit more nutrients. Yeah.
Is there any like anything major, to look out for? Like, is there, you know, a bear that's everyone is trying to get, or is there a wolf somewhere, or anything like
Some kind
that?
of legendary animal.
Yeah.
No legendary animals, sorry.
Oh,
It's a shame.
I wanted to speak to.
It's just the
Oh,
Okay.
starting area, guys, you know.
Yeah, I know. Tuk Tuk
Prologue
doesn't
Island.
know.
Yeah, Prologue Island. Yeah.
Well, thank
Okay.
you for your time, Jimja.
Oh, no, no worries. Have a good stay. It's a beautiful island up here. I'm heading back to the mainland as soon as I can get a lift out of here.
Oh, safe travels, my friend.
Might be a while after the whole ship going down, you know.
Yeah, keep an eye out for, for anything really. Who knows what happens?
Very true, very true. Well, it was a
I
pleasure
always
meeting
do.
you all. Have a good journey here, and yeah, it's good. It's a nice place.
Thank you very much. I refrain from mentioning the ship that descended from the sky to the poor man.
Yep. I was waiting to stop you because I don't want him to get scared.
Excellent.
Also, I have a question.
Mhm.
Not for Jim Jar, just in general. While we've been on the island, even in the other town, and probably mainly here, has there been any elderly elves walking around?
No elderly elves that you've seen. No.
Okay. Just out of curiosity. Cool. Hunt. Okay. Did we see the others go off to the docks, or did we? Nope.
I think you guys they would have gone off to the docks while you guys stayed and have done this. But with the guys down at the docks, what are you doing?
Just having a look around, honestly, checking out all the ships, boats, uh, the warehouses where we can access pretty much.
Yeah, I'm like kind of telling no one, but telling Lucius like just about the ships and stuff, and like kind of what they like, the difference between like the different types, and like why these ones are how they are.
Alrighty.
So, shit.
Alrighty. Well, over the next, I'd say, few days before this carriage leaves, is there anything you guys want to do? Or should I do a bit of a fast forward in time?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm happy to fast forward.
Every night that we're at the inn having dinner, if that guy that got the job that took me to the boss is there, I'll give him one of my beers.
Very nice.
I'm just constantly on the hunt for different herbs to add to my collection.
Okay.
I'll frequent kitchens. I'll frequent markets. I'll frequent. Yeah.
Alrighty, give me let's just go investigation check.
At 12.
Other than the just the basic herbs that you have, you aren't able to find much more. Just being the nature of the island, being its size, how far north it is, don't get a lot of variety. Just more of the more hardier herbs that will survive this environment.
Okay. Thank you. It's worth a try. Keep adding what I can get. Bag.
Yeah, I'd during one of the days I'll get the group around as well and light the map around like a table and be like, all right, so when we do go on the journey toward Fiskabar, are we going to go all the way to Fiskabar first and then track back towards the ship, or are we gonna maybe hop off at this kind of Y intersection here where it leads up to the lighthouse and then head there on foot from to the ship first? How do you guys want to play this?
I think it would probably be best to at least do like a recon on the way there, but actually check it out on the way back.
I agree.
I feel like we I'll be able to check if we.
And just to clarify as well, this spot here was like she was very confident that was the location of it. Like she's gotten more. Like that's exactly where it is. She knows that it's there.
On the X.
Yeah. Yep.
So, given the sensitive nature of our task, do we want to, maybe avoid, if we do it on the way there, maybe avoid going off the trail to be like, oh, hey, we're just going to go have a look in the woods for a second and just leave for a bit and come back after a couple of hours and be like, oh, yeah, we're fine, let's keep going.
I think it might be very suspicious if we leave the group on the way there, because they'll be on a time frame to get to Fiskabar.
Yeah, so I think maybe like to avoid that, when we get to like the crossroads here at the lighthouse, we'll be like, hey, we're going to jump off here, have a look at the White House, whatever that big tower is on this map here, do some stuff that way, and then when they track off, we'll head back down towards where the side is, give it a look, and then suss it out a little bit. Then from there, we'll head over to Fiskabar and see what this Yale wants.
Would there be though any way to like calculate when we'd be stopping for a night? Like, say if we stopped maybe like here and then somewhere around this way, if we were stopping over for a night, because I'm assuming the carriage isn't gonna like travel during the night.
Yes.
So maybe if like
it would still go. It moves. A carriage moves at 25 miles per
So
day.
our first stop will be about here, looking at this map roughly.
Just not sure if you can see that yet. That's 25 miles from.
Kind of just under the E of the Gundarlun Ridge here.
And you know that they will definitely be stopping here, like.
Bastion will probably be the second stop.
Yeah, and Bastion would be second stop. So from there.
Yeah, it'd probably be close to that spot. Actually, we could probably dip out during the night.
Yeah.
But then again, that could also be a little bit suspicious as well if all of us just disappear during the night, and then they could be like, stories could leak that like, oh, we were traveling with these group of guys who really were wanting to travel with us so badly, and then all of a sudden at this area they just disappeared during the night. So maybe we get off.
Well, how would they know if we disappeared? They'd all be sleeping.
Because we're not
Goblins got us.
They'd probably have people watching.
We could be a little bit. We'll take the watch tonight. Let them
there. I think we just
have a. Just ditch earlier? Okay.
just to avoid any kind of questions or
Yeah.
people.
We could even just
Okay.
spend an extra, like half a day in Bastion, let them get ahead, and then.
Sure, follow them up. Yeah, follow up. Yeah, we just walk on foot, follow up from Bastion onwards. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind them.
And then catch up to them that night or something, maybe. After we've done our thing. How many miles can someone walk in a day though? Because that'd be carriage.
The same.
the same?
Yeah. Like the carriages are very slow. They travel at probably a walking pace. You can walk beside them.
You're not going to be on full
So-
tilt in a carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would that be? That'd be like they'd stop around here.
I reckon it's a good idea. We'll just leave them. We'll just separate in Bastion, and then we'll just wait a little bit extra, wait a couple hours, give them a head start, and then we'll just go on foot.
Yeah.
All right. Roll up the map.
Oh yeah, also, probably a good idea to get some camping supplies.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that we did get told that along the way there is like little camping spots, but yeah, getting a tent be ideal.
hurt.
But would Sales be able to provide one, or within the stuff we were provided?
Yeah,
Or
not
do we have to
the
buy
best
our own?
quality, but she could like put something together.
Cool. Yeah. Sort that out. And then that is all.
All right. Is there anything else people would like to do?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. So, over the next two more days, mostly spent relaxing. You guys chill out, let your wounds fully recover, start to feel a little bit more used to this climate. During the day, it's quite nice. However, at night, the winds and the breeze is quite sharp on your body, and it is quite cool. But on the day of travel, you wake up nice and early and make your way out towards the meeting area, where you can see 6 carriages of quite long wagons with 6 wheels on them, with 4 horses per carriage, waiting for you there. You can see Mansa, and he's like, comes over to you all and says, "Have you got all your supplies?"
Sure do.
Alrighty then. Well, no funny business. You can travel with us, eat your own food, do your own fighting, and hopefully it'll be a smooth trip.
We
Sure it
expect
will be.
fighting.
Sorry, what was that?
Do we expect fighting?
No, not until we get well past Bastion. No goblins down this end of the island, but further up, there's been known to. They get a little bit antsy and have a crack, but most of the time they run after a few of them have fallen. So we will be making our way today to a village just up the road. Be stopping there very briefly for an hour. Drop off some supplies, pick up some. And then we will be camping just outside the woods. And then the next day we will hit Bastion, stay there for the remainder of the day, leave in the morning, camp outside Fiskbar, and then the final day will get us into Fiskbar.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, load on up and we'll get this caravan on the way.
Good.
Let's go.
Alrighty. And you all load up onto your different carriages and begin to slowly pull out of the town, making your way southward. It is a relatively very cruisy trip. Many of you fall asleep, nod off as you make your way into a very familiar mountainside village. Upon getting there, you can see many of the workers begin to load up some empty crates, hand out some full crates, and begin doing a quick swap over changeover. Some go to the tavern and have a bite to eat. some guy will do a bit of shopping. Is there anything you'd like to do on this first day?
I'd help them load and unload.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Give
same.
it a hand.
Very good.
I'd try my best, but I don't think I'd be able to lift many of the crates. But I'll try.
Give us a athletics check.
And oh, -1. 14.
It's all right. It's still all right. Yeah, you're able to help. You definitely get your muscle pump on and a bit of sweat on your brow. As Axel is very, calmly moving these boxes, you're just like sucking in the deep ones, wiping your brow.
Race. Alright, let's go. And then he carries 4 at once. I've just got 1.
Honestly,
Also,
as well.
yeah. On any of the carts, is there any? Going to be a bit of a sneaky one here. Is there any copper, silver, anything? And I look at Xanthia and be like, "Need to go see our friend whose shop we broke."
Totally.
But also we have no gold, so maybe we could find some, or you can find some.
No gold or anything just lying about. No, this is more hard supplies like food, water, crops, that kind of thing.
Is there a lantern?
Oh, give us an investigation check.
Was it like a fancy lantern that we broke, or just like a normal?
It's just
Yeah.
a normal lantern.
15.
You're able to find a lantern.
Oh. Yes. I take that lantern, or I get Xanthia to take the lantern, and we go to our friend Bera.
Yeah, we go together.
Yep.
Nice. And as you drop it off, Mira is she's like, oh, to be honest, I didn't think you'd actually be back. I thought, oh yeah, we'll come back and do it. But that is very nice that you did. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Of course we'd come back. I said I'd come back, so I'm back. My little lantern.
Thank you
And then, yeah.
very much.
You're most welcome. I still admire you, and I'm going to be like you one day. Okay, bye.
Okay. Is there anyone else doing anything on the short stop?
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, as quickly as you guys came into town, as quickly as you left, as things are loaded back onto the wagons, and you begin to make your way out of town. As you pull further out of town, you can start to see, and you see the beautiful landscape that is Gundarlun. These rolling grass fields, bordered by this enormous mountain range that follows
Nice.
the coast. You can see the different parts and small parts of rivers that kind of make their way down off the side of the mountains, forming these small at sometimes and then larger rivers that you cross by. It is very beautiful place to be. Very cold, as you can see the grass blowing in the wind and the small bits of snow catching here and there as it comes closer to dusk. But with the first night well and truly in way, are you guys having watches? What is
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'll stab
Yeah,
them
if they require a rotation, we'll jump, I suppose.
Definitely.
Definitely gonna be cleaning my musket on a stool as I watch.
Okay, nice. Excellent. And the night goes by without a hitch. It's very cold. Many of you huddling around the fire towards towards like the dead of night, putting blankets over you, sitting close to each other. You wake up in the morning, you can see definitely like a snow-covered kind of early morning frost that covers majority of the landscape. As you all get aboard the wagons once again, you pull out of your campsite and begin to travel into Bastion.
Can't see that from where we're traveling, can we?
No, no.
Dang it.
Excellent. So it takes majority of the day to get into Bastion. Again, going by relatively smoothly. However, there is one noticeable thing on your journey that kind of sticks out about the middle of the day. You come across a very, very wide and very, very large, long bridge. At a quick glance, it seems to be made from another time. It kind of ramps up to a sloping apex and then slowly comes back down. And you can see why, as a riverine river system and a deep canyon ravine below you is the meaning of this bridge. About 100 feet down and different stages of stepping waterfalls. And then to the south, a massive lake that is surrounded by very dense, dark woods.
So we go over it, I'm just gonna over the side.
Classy as ever.
Ew, that's, the fish won't like that. That's disgusting. Yeah.
And you see the little loogie just arc just continuously before you lose track of it in the vast depth of this ravine.
Just give Tutuk a wink and then just go back to sitting down in the back.
Ew.
After that, I lean in kind of close to Jack and go, by the way, I heard there's a tavern here called Crow's Nest Tavern. Don't drink the ale, it's piss.
Stand up a while and have fucking dog shit ale.
Excellent. Well, speaking of Bastion, you make your way into a very, very quiet town. There's probably only maybe about 5 to 6 buildings here. But as you make your way into it, you can see this enormous fields that kind of run to the slopes of the mountains, with some tiered areas for farming and for all the crops that they have. And it goes on and on and on. These carriages continuously moving up and down it with lanterns that seem to dot all the way up the mountainside. But as you get into like the very center of the town. In the center of the town, it has just this massive overhead, kind of like warehouse shed, all open, with multiple different carriages in there and wagons. You can see that this group pulls up to a spot and begins to slowly unloading their stuff. And you can see already there in their bay is their crates that they're going to begin to load in. It's a slow process, and they work for about 2 hours or so before the boss calls it a night and tells them to get some rest. And that they'll
We help out as well.
Yeah, you can help out. But he says the night is yours. What would you like to do?
Go to the Crow's Nest Tavern.
Okay. Excellent. Just to let you know as well, you guys don't currently have any money.
That's right. Never mind.
Get to the door, drop our heads and turn around and walk.
Legit, yeah.
But you
Peek into the
do
window.
see the Crow's Nest Tavern. It looks like the skeleton of an old ship that has been retrofitted into the shape of a tavern. You can see where there are some planks that have rotted away and are like hanging off that only expose the wall to the tavern. The sound of drunken brawling and raucous music spills out into the surrounding street. The smell of tar is also thick in the air.
Jack, behave yourself.
We don't have money. I mean, we can go in and get like a bar fight and maybe go like.
That's exactly what I mean. Behave yourself.
Fun.
So going in, is there any like not very like mostly full drinks sitting on a table anywhere?
Oh,
Ew.
One that's been ashed in.
That in. Like someone's dipped spit cup.
Give us a perception check. Yeah, there's a few around.
I grabbed the fullest one. That looks the least terrible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Did we fight someone?
No.
So are you guys heading in, or are you other guys heading in?
West.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll cast.
Fine.
We've been sitting in the back of a wagon all day. If we were to just keep walking, would we start having to worry about exhaustion, or?
I'd say you would start getting tired. Like it's still a day.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd go in and just sit at a booth and not buy any drinks because we have no money, but just watch people
Okay.
from afar.
Yeah, watch these fights that are instilling.
Yeah, I'll go towards the sound of fighting.
Okay. As you go in, the sound like the fighting subsides. But about after an hour, a massive brawl starts between a band of 2 humans and another group of what looks to be elves. They start just like pushing at each other. What would you like to do?
Are they like
I'll
they're still
just-
going at it, or they're like just at the shirt pulling phase?
Sorry, say again?
Are they like actually full going at it, or are they just at the shirt pulling?
Yeah,
phase?
they're at the shirt pulling phase. Yep.
I'm just gonna like kind of just get closer, and then whoever throws the first punch, I'm gonna come over the top and hit that person.
Okay.
I'm just there, like, I'm jittery, just there in the background, just waiting for someone to throw the first punch, so I can just Superman punch that.
Absolute coward.
Yeah, what a hero.
From the front, but have absolutely no right being there. Yeah.
All right. Give us an unarmed strike.
Oh, he's my mate.
You don't touch him.
You don't do that. Oh fuck. 17 plus 6.
23.
23. That's what I said.
Quick
23,
math,
yeah,
fella.
that hits.
He takes 5 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Okay.
Can I?
Um,
I cast Entangle on Jack.
Hey,
Yes.
what's going on here? None of that.
so as you hit him, can you roll a d6 for me?
Oh boy.
God, did I kill him?
Yeah, he's dead.
5.
King hit.
His head
5.
bounces around.
As you did this, another brawler comes charging in from an adjacent room and slams a table wheel over your head.
Ah,
do, dealing. 12
Oh.
damage.
Oops.
Just gonna wipe the
Goes
one
down.
as we get up. Be like, all right, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. Just throw the jacket off and I'll just tackle that dude, and then go to town. It's hard.
And as the rest of you watching, you watch as Jack tackles him to the ground. One of the lamps in the tavern like comes flying in and like lands in the groups, and people get burnt. You see an half orc who seems to be like the proprietor of the tavern lift a dude up, punch him in the head, and then they throw him to the side. And it all ends when someone throws a smoke bomb into the crowd, into the fight, and it begins to just spill outwards. And you see Jack crawling out, like coughing.
What is? Who throws that in a fight? That's like right as I got like punched in the guts as well. Oh my god, who did that?
You.
I'm just gonna grab a drink off the table and drink.
Sorry, I spat in that.
Just look him in the eyes and keep drinking it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give
Do
us
we
a-
see who threw the smoke bomb?
Give us a perception check.
Perception. Yuck. Unnatural 20.
Nice. You did not see who threw it.
Kind of.
Don't know where that came from, too.
Yeah, if anyone's like coming at me still, or if we're all pretty good, everyone's kind of chilled out.
No, after that was thrown, everyone's kind of like chilled out. Like they begin laughing and chuckling, drinking some ale, and it goes. The night goes up by like nothing really happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the cup I had, pick up the random table and just walk over to the dude I fucking hit first and just give it to him, just give him a slap on the shoulder, and then walk away. Just being like class on the shoulder.
You can see like one of his tooth is like hanging. He's like using his tongue to try to move it. He's like,
Ugh.
"Oh, thanks, mate."
Alright,
He's
shit have
kinda-
paid. Let's walk back to the group and be like, yeah, that was pretty good. Who was the dude with was that a table someone hit you with? What was that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
Yes.
small round table.
I didn't even see that dude come out. Got him. Fucking. So what are we doing? Are we gonna like ditch these guys in the morning? Or are we gonna tell Mance that we're leaving now? Or what do you guys want to do?
We should probably tell him.
Yeah, do you reckon an hour in the morning?
While we're sober. Oh no, we got no money.
Well, we're just gonna say we're leaving. You know, we can just say we want to stay in this town for a bit and kind of delay the lands a bit more. See anything you
If
know
that's
best,
the
you wanna
case.
go breaking news?
If that's the case, we could tell him in the morning.
Ooh, Danny, you just dropped out.
Am I back?
Yeah, just turn your camera on.
all the things are to the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you saw we're getting raided right now.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
A lot of people have joined and
Oh my god.
spamming.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll probably be leaving pretty early in the morning, so I'll go see him now.
Okay, nice. So you travel back towards the kind of warehouse where the carriages were set up. He's just there chilling, smoking a pipe, and sees you approaching.
Hello, boss.
How you going this evening?
Yeah, good. Just down at the tavern. It's a wild place.
Yeah, it can get a bit rowdy there at the nights.
Yeah, definitely, you can say that. We're probably gonna stick around here for a little bit longer.
Oh, okay. Is this where you jump and train?
This is where we jump and train. See if we can get some work in the fields.
Okay.
But might see you on the when you're heading back through.
He seems very, very like. Who are these people? Like, you've got a rapier, you've got a pistol, you've got all this stuff, and you want to work in the fields. He doesn't seem like he truly believes what you've said.
But how much does he really care?
Exactly. That's why it's just like, cool, go work in the fields.
Alright, well, have a good night, boss. See you later.
Thanks for traveling with us. I hope you have a good stay in the farmlands.
Me too. And I head back to the tavern.
Excellent. What's everyone else doing?
Keep an eye out to see if someone wants to go 3 hands again.
Give us a intimidation check.
Yeah. I might see if there's 2 dudes look like they're beefing. Might walk by, maybe shoulder check one dude to another dude and see what happens. But intimidation, that's a 12.
A 12. Yeah, you kind of like, standing there looking a bit tense, like, I'm ready to throw hands. And the night's just not going in that direction anymore. You can see that people are, like, that one was enough, getting smoke bombed and gassed, and the tables thrown, and a lamp thrown in was probably enough.
I'll, just go back and sit the group and just, go walk past tables, just try and swipe some empty tankards and just come back.
So the tavern, is that like the inside is on like in like the hull of the ship, yeah?
Yeah, correct, yeah. What appears to be.
Well, when we were approaching it, did it seem like the main mast was still set up?
Yeah, but it was on a heavy slant, like almost looked like it was toppling over.
Probably not.
But climate, I do.
Hey,
Don't be a little bitch.
that's all I need. Yeah, I'm gonna walk outside and see if I can climb it and get to like where the crow's nest would be.
Alrighty. Yeah, give us an athletics check, please.
He was never seen from again. Oh god, I have a -1 to athletics. This is gonna be good.
Tonight you learn to fly.
Yeah. Bran, I'm coming. 10.
Yeah, you're able to get there. You get up to the top. Takes you a while. You're very slow, methodical with your movement, but you're able to half monkey climb, half, wrap your arms around, do the pole shift all the way up, and you're on the crow's nest.
Cool. What's the view like up there? Like it's I'm guessing it's nighttime now.
Yeah, it is. It's well into the night, but given the moon state at the moment, you can see definitely into the farmlands. You can definitely see the peaks of the ridge lines to the north as well. The breeze blowing on you, and to the south, the vast ocean. It does give quite a view.
Excellent. I'm gonna spend like 2 hours up here just thinking and just enjoying the view.
Very nice. Well, as everyone goes about their night and heads to bed, back at the caravans, on a bench in the field, you wake up and all meet, feeling well and truly refreshed. One person with a sore jaw and a smoker's cough still. What would you like to do?
Going for a walk?
Yeah, we
We wait in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I think we should check out the town just for now, and then give a few hours, and then move towards the ship.
Yeah, give the convoy about maybe just before midday. Start making our journey.
Can we see them packing up and heading out, or have they already gone?
They went like first thing in the morning, so by the time you guys have woken, they've already gone. They usually
Still
get
say we should give it a while.
Hmm.
I guess anywhere important in this town anyone wants to check out first, or
What are they growing in the fields?
bit of everything. Mostly potato, carrot, cabbage, barley, and then wheat. Very hardy vegetables. But there is a lot, and it spans for a great distance.
How many people are out in the fields?
Give us a perception check.
Seven.
Maybe 100, maybe less, maybe more. Who knows?
Densely packed? Not very densely packed.
No, like teams of 1 or 2, just all over the place.
And then where are they storing all their vegetables?
In this massive warehouse area that you parked up at.
Accessible?
Under watch, there's a lot of people moving in and out at all times.
And they're pushing everything along in carts?
Yes.
As we're walking down the street and we're passing a cart,
Mm-hmm.
I, swipe one as it goes past.
Swipe a card or swipe like a vegetable?
Swipe a whole cart. No, swipe a vegetable.
All right, give us a sleight of hand check, please.
Come on, gotta be better
Yeah,
than last
nice.
time. There we go.
Quick math is not there. 22.
22. Yeah. You stick your hand in, pull it out. You got two nice, good sized potatoes in your hand.
Can I do it for a couple of carts?
Alrighty.
Just as like we're walking around the town, just
So I'll say you get a good handful, a good sack size worth of various vegetables throughout the morning of sticky fingering.
we're gonna have some good soup tonight, lads. Yeah, I'm good. That's all I wanted to do.
Alrighty.
I'm disappointed in you, Xanthia. I expected better. We're not
You
here
don't
to
get any
steal.
soup then.
Damn it.
I expected better as in better value, but like potatoes.
Disappointed.
Let's see you try.
No, don't challenge him because he'll do it.
She already got she look at a dozen potatoes. We want more potatoes for.
Hey, I got some carrots and some cabbage, right?
Yeah.
Hash browns.
Hash
Ooh.
browns.
Oh,
Quickie.
alright, I'm convinced. Good job.
Convinced by hash browns. Nice.
And as you're walking and as you're talking, you make your way along the road towards this mysterious crash site.
We get all the way there.
Yeah,
What time of day is it?
it's rapidly approaching nighttime.
Talking with the group, are we doing this in the evening when the light's low, or are we waiting till morning to check it out when we can see things a little bit better?
Yeah,
Who
How
can
many
see in
people
the
can
day?
see? Yeah.
in the dark.
Who else can't see in the dark?
I'm blind in the dark.
The same.
We hit it first thing in the morning, go get an early night's sleep, and then very first thing in the morning before the sun comes up, we'll start making our way there, and then hopefully by the time the sun starts cresting, we can get eyes on it.
That way we can spend the rest of the day walking into town as well, rather than if anything happens.
Yeah.
I think also we should keep 2 people as watch because goblins in the area.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Did we
Have
pass any
we-
camping spots?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those little
you-
spots that we got told about.
You did see them on your way in, yes.
And then
Would we? Oh, sorry. You
have
go.
we gotten close to Mansa and his crew?
Not really. They kind of all gave you your space. They, from what you got from them, they were definitely very, very not nervous, but untrusting around you.
No. But if we're walking at the same speed and we're both stopping at night time, we would run into them, wouldn't we?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that comes to my
yeah.
question. Would we have met them at one of the camping sites accidentally?
They weren't really using the camping sites because they got the wagons, but at about there you could see them in the distance.
Yeah, we wouldn't go past them.
Okay.
Would we be able to like skirt around?
But then they would pass us in the morning. Unless we were...
Yeah, we're not gonna be there in the morning. We're gonna be out looking.
Yeah. Yeah, because what's that? If they're here, and we just went that's another 3 miles, nearly 4 miles.
Yeah. And if we get up, at the same time they're getting up in the morning to go start looking for this ship, then
Yeah.
we should be gone we should be off the road by the time they start heading past us.
Need to make sure we wake up early.
Yeah.
What's the chances of us getting around them?
Yeah, could I see if I could maybe find a decent camping spot a bit away?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a survival check.
Yes, I can do that. 22.
22. You are able to find quite a decent one. Not as good as some of the other ones you've probably seen, but with your use of a tarp and a small tent, you're able to find somewhere cozy to stay for the night.
I'm gonna leave my musket on, at the watch point, and be like, if you guys anything comes during the night or whoever's on, just give that a loud shot, and they should wake us all up, and then we can all spring to.
That's good. I'll stay up on the first watch if anyone wants to join me or who wants to take the second watch.
Yeah, I'll stay with you.
I'll
I
take
will.
second then.
Yeah, I'm happy to just rotate as need be.
Yeah, I only
Wherever
need 4 hours to sleep, so I can stay up if you want.
Yeah. I'll be wherever the watch point is. I'll just enter my stasis mode in the middle there and keep people company.
Crazy.
And then at some point during the night, I want to ask Jack, the other night or last night, why did you punch that man in the tavern?
He said something to my friend that I didn't like, so I was protecting my friend. So
Oh, okay.
Which friend?
Yeah. In the end, which did he punch the elf or the human?
Good question.
It would have been on the elf side, I think.
Good man.
you
No, he punched the elf.
Oh, I thought he was on the elf side.
No,
I
yeah.
punched the elf.
No.
Well, he had it coming. He was talking shit to my friend, so I did him. Talk shit, get hit. That's what happens.
I thought you didn't have any other friends. You didn't like any other people.
Oh, got him. Got him.
So shut up.
Ah, shit.
Lawyer.
I'm getting low on firewood. Can I get some firewood?
Okay.
I should feel bad now. So walk away. God damn it.
Oh.
I'll go after the firewood.
I should feel really bad with saying to leave now. Tacitus, I feel like I should go after him.
Yeah, I think you should apologize, mate.
When I'm
going
not
to,
in
it'll be
my
fine.
stasis mode, I hope I'm just gonna be getting firewood, and then I hope that Jack wakes up and there'll be a huge pile of firewood just next to him.
Oh. Oh.
To make it even worse, I'm just gonna keep using thaumaturgy to make the fire get bigger. And we don't actually need firewood. Just to make him feel worse.
Nice. Very good. Well, as a teaser for the next episode, because we are wrapping up, you make your way towards a location on the map. You begin to see a sprawling coastline before you. And then it comes upon you. And you all take a step back as you see this enormous thing lying in the dirt.
My screen's black.
What the fuck?
What the heck?
Yeah, she was right. Squid ship.
Oh. Well.
Okay.
The sight before you is entirely alien. A strange, twisted metal ship of some sort has smashed into the ground, crumbled up and scattered debris far and wide. A few feet from the wreckage, you can see humanoid corpses that look like they've been there from some time. The otherworldly vessel seems to be incomplete, as if torn from a larger structure. Despite this, the ship is larger than most of the houses you've seen in Gundarlun. Foul-smelling vapours hiss from the wreckage, burning the back of your nostrils. As you circle the empty hull, you notice bizarre tentacle-like tubes emerging from it.
Nice.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Hell yeah.
What the?
Oh
fuck?
my god.
God.
Yikes.
I think
That's
I
gonna
know what
be
that is.
interesting.
Tacitus definitely doesn't.
Same.
Yep.
Fuck.
Keen, not keen.
I have
Yeah,
no idea.
Very excited, but shitting myself.
Uh,
Oh, boy.
yikes.
Yes. How spicy. Obviously you guys aren't that close. It's just the map isn't that big, so just brought you in. But this is what is before you.
Look, I know we said that we should just do like a scout now and then come back later. But I really want to just go in.
That's what he wants. The DM wants. Don't do it. Fall free strap.
No!
There's nothing bad in there. It's just an empty shell.
It's a death
It's a
trap,
lie.
that's all.
Yeah.
The big shell octopus thing. It's fine. Just hang
Yikes.
tight. That turns out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Gonna
just
get infected by some parasite.
Zombie apocalypse starts.
Yeah.
well. Thanks for all who joined along. Thanks for GM Workshop for the raid. Hope you enjoyed the end of tonight's channel. If you'd like to watch the old episodes, please do. We stream every Thursdays, Australian Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock. But yeah, thank you all for coming on board. Looking forward to next week as this mystery unravels.
Good. Cheeks.
Oh my god.
But thank you all. Have an awesome week and a great weekend. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.